Martin Scorsese once said that Marvel movies are not cinema and that they are roller coasters. And today I am at After Film College where I'm going to ask the students that very question. Are film students fans of Marvel movies? But more importantly, do they believe it's cinema or are they roller coasters? Let's go find out. I am here with
Brandon,
Likona, Diba,
Tiffany, Angela,
Justin,
Jaden Solomons.
Vikesh. What is your favorite Marvel Studios movie?
I gotta go with Avengers Infinity War.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Captain America the Winter Soldier. No Way Home.
Captain America, the first Avenger, Infinity War.
Probably No Way Home, the first Iron Man, Shang-Chi.
I always come back to Iron Man 3.
Black Panther.
The first Guardians of the Galaxy.
I would say it's between Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Captain America Winter Soldier.
It's either between Guardians 1 or 2, but I'm probably gonna have to say 2.
Black Panther then.
Black Panther, yeah.
Why?
The way that just juggles so many storylines and characters that they built up over, I want to say 10 years at the time. It's really well done. And I think we should commend them for actually attempting to do that in such a sustainable way.
I just like the comedic response to it and the storyline. And about family, you know.
Yes, we are all great.
Because everything about it is peak Marvel. Taking a character like Captain America, which has for so long been this like boy in blue scout kind of guy, like their version of Superman basically, and then just sort of taking his ideals and then flipping them on their head in such an engaging way is fun.
It's just so much fun. There's so much nostalgia, but it like gets Peter Parker right for the MCU finally.
I just think it was fucking rad. Like, it was enough of everything.
It's PTSD, man. His anxiety. The fact that he doesn't have a suit and has to fend for himself in the snow.
And use his smarts.
In the snow.
Intellect.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of snow?
No.
Yeah, it's not a Marvel movie, it's its own thing. Good characters, great aesthetic, music, yeah, 10 out of 10.
It has a lot of cultural significance for me, and I think it was beautifully done. And Chadwick Boseman's in it, man. Like, come on.
What is your least favorite Marvel movie?
You already know what it is.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
I'd have to go with Incredible Hulk.
Thor the Dark World.
Thor the Dark World.
Thor the Dark World.
Thor the Dark World.
It's if Hannah Montana had Spider-Man powers. It's a Disney movie from 2005. It does not feature the character of Peter Parker. It features Harley Quinn from Iron Man 3 if he had spider powers. It is an amazing movie, but I didn't like it. Like Endgame. I feel like Thanos should have lived.
Black Widow. 5 years too late. Terrible scripts. Ruined a character. Not good.
No, Captain Marvel, yeah.
You don't like women.
No, it's just that...
They don't like women. They don't like women.
I think it would be a great movie. It was a great movie to say. It's just that what I don't like about it is how they enforce
Feminism and the message.
because they, like with movies like that, it was just like the new Charlie's Angel. It flopped because they tried to make male characters the most evil things ever, and then they tried to empower women, which is good to empower women, but I don't think you should empower women in the expense of males.
What are your thoughts on DC movies and the DCEU?
Marvel is very consistent. DC is not consistent. They've made some of the best movies in like the Batman, the Suicide Squad. They've also made some of the worst superhero movies ever. Like
Suicide Squad.
Yes, like Suicide Squad, like BVS, like Batman and Robin.
They could do a lot better. They could get Zack Snyder back.
Really?
Honestly.
Release the Snyderverse?
Yeah, bro. Zack Snyder, he had the perfect vision for the DCU that could have matched Marvel.
The world becomes a Justice League.
I do not care about DC as much as I care about Marvel. It's never really been my thing. I did watch the Batman movie. I did really enjoy that.
I think people overlook them all because the newest DC movies are relatively kind of rubbish for the most part, especially
Man of Steel is the best DC movie of all time. No, I'm kidding. BVS extended cut. My life.
I'll disagree, but I will say that I think overall DC has better, fantastic movies, but also much more bottom tier movies.
Cough, 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 cough. Big cough, cough.
They could get better.
I love DC so much, and like watching the animations and then look at the live action, it's so sad because DC should be like Marvel's head-to-head competitor, but it's not. I think the closest thing to Marvel's competitor is probably Fast and the Furious.
Batman was great.
It was. Martin Scorsese once said that Marvel movies are not cinema and that they are more like roller coasters. What are your thoughts on that?
I love Martin Scorsese, but stop being such a fucking dilettante, dude. Just let people enjoy stuff. Stop saying that Marvel movies are not cinema because they don't fit your like definition of what cinema is.
Why can't a be a roller coaster? I think that like cinema is art and art is subjective. So like Martin Scorsese, like obviously you're watching this. You obviously made amazing movies, but like that's your opinion. Your opinion is wrong.
It's kind of true though if you think about it.
Yeah, they take you on an experience. Like it's
huge experience.
like a
and like you have to, if you watch it all in chronological order, it takes you on a huge roller coaster. I think that's kind of true.
That is super true, because I feel like Marvel movies, again, there's just enough of everything. So you'll go from, for example, in Endgame, you'll go from laughing your ass off to crying in like 30 seconds. Like everything is just, like it's a constant like change, and it's a constant reaction from the viewer.
I think they're a form of cinema. I think they've created their own form of cinema. Because when you think of Marvel movie, you think of like a very specific structure of how it's going to play out, and you think of very specific stereotypes that play into Marvel that isn't really found anywhere else. And they also have an influence on other movies nowadays. So yes, I agree with roller coaster, but I think they're becoming a form of cinema.
Everything past phase 2. I think most of them. Not all of them. Like I told you about this tweet, right? Where somebody complained, oh, Spider-Man No Way Home should have like theater reactions on home video. And it's like, that's the point. Yeah, there you go. They're theme park rides. Are they bad? No, they're fun. Are they cinema? Some of them.
I don't agree because it is cinema. It plays in a movie house. It's cinema. Question is whether you understand what he means, and I get what he means, but also it makes more money than his movies, so he's just upset, mad because bad.
Sorry, buddy.
It depends on your depiction of what cinema is. To me, cinema is anything that's released in the form of film to entertain people, but I get what he means, because he made another point of saying, his point comes from that he calls them theme park rides, and he's mainly upset that these movies, Marvel movies and other blockbusters, take up a large amount of space in cinemas, and those spaces could be filled by more independent filmmakers, like younger people like us who are trying to just make less blockbustery type movies, more emotional type movies. So I think that's more where his point came. Also, he's an old man, so we can't really expect him to be like, oh, this Captain America guy is awesome, isn't he?
What is your favorite Marvel movie? And I mean by MCU movie. Thinking.
Wait.
Marvel Studios movies. Avengers.
Okay, Avengers Endgame, I quite like. All the Avengers is my favorite, but Captain America is my favorite.
What, as a character or a movie?
As a character. Otherwise, just Avengers.
Okay. Rochelle, you?
I would have to go with Avengers.
Which one?